Hey guys. Hey there, Jeff with ClearWater Plumbers. I wanted to tell you a story. You know, people ask how I became a plumber, and it's kind of interesting. And I get a lot of questions on whether somebody should go to the trade or should go to college, and I think there's a lot of anxiety for kids. I'd say kids, young adults, whatever, high school, going into a career. And so I want to tell you my story about how I picked being a plumber and how I didn't really pick being a plumber, and the social peer pressure that I had to go through. And I'll go with the social peer pressure. So in high school, I got good grades, probably up to about maybe halfway through my junior year. I think I started slipping, but I was always in honor classes and stuff like that. And I got A's and B's. And then, but I think I graduated top 25%. And when I was in the last semester of my senior year, I grew up kind of in a neighborhood with there were pilots and doctors and professional type folks, so all their kids were going where, doing what. They were all pretty much on the college track, right? So it was, for them, it was go to college, get a good job, settle down, and that was kind of the deal, I believe, right? The normal kind of route. And I had totally not even thought about what I was doing after high school. I was just like, I think me and the crew of guys I was running around with, I don't know, maybe it was like me. Maybe I was the only one dumb enough to not get it. But I looking back, I can imagine like you got like 4 or 5 dogs running around and just playing and having fun. And then all of a sudden the other dogs leave. And I was like, huh? Where'd everybody go? So I was the one dog that was still left. And then I was like, oh crap, I got to figure out what I'm doing. So anyway, that's how I became a plumber. But I ended up going to TCC. I took some classes, and I started off working at a grocery store, right? I was working at a grocery store in college, and I kind of moved up there. And then I got sick of the store manager. My dad was a builder. He was a master plumber, master electrician, aerospace engineer, super smart guy. But we started doing plumbing, right? And he got me into plumbing because he knew I wasn't, he thought maybe I would fit better with that than going to college. I did go to college and took classes, but what I liked doing was I liked to work, right? So anyway, it's that the fruits of your labor kind of felt good to me, to work and build something and then get paid for it. And it just kind of evolved, right? And so anyway, it's about like following your interests. And ultimately, I would say I have a hard time, because I want to be out here and I'm looking at a goal, and you want to be in the goal. So sometimes if you're not where you want to be yet, there's this gap between where you're going. And I think by always measuring here, this gap, this is kind of a tangent, by the way, but measuring the gap can make you pessimistic and make you feel bad about yourself. But if I realize what I've done, I feel good about myself, if that makes any sense. I've got a ways to go. But I think I am successful, and I'm going somewhere. I've got a vision to where I'm going. But I'm not successful because I picked a trade. I'm successful because I'm interested in things, and I never quit learning. So I didn't go to college. I didn't graduate from college. I went to college, and actually I just took some classes at Texas Wesleyan I've been in business for 25 years, but I took some business classes at Texas Wesleyan. All these books, by the way, I like marketing. I like business. I like sales. I like real estate. I like gardening. So it's all about just to keep on learning. And just because you don't go to college doesn't mean you can't be successful. Okay. So anyway, if you have any questions, I had such anxiety when I was in high school about that I was a loser, a failure, because I didn't go to college like all my friends did. But now, after 25 years, I'm realizing that more important than that step you take and which direction you go is that you just keep learning, stay interested. And especially in this day and age, it's a totally different time. Back when my grandparents were around, you stayed at a job almost all your life. It's gotten shorter and shorter, but nowadays you just have to change and roll with the punches and keep learning. So that's my advice. If you have any questions, let me know. Happy to help. Do what you oughter. Call ClearWater.